Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel, Steps to Wellness. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, I just like to say I am an experienced and professional, holistic and spiritual counsellor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling, mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. And I also offer astrology birth charts. So let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you. All right. Okay, so you were coming in with the Strength card. Right, guys? Now, the Strength card is ruled by the Sun here. Okay, it's Leo. Leo is actually in your 5th house of pleasure and creativity here, guys. It's about your happiness, what you like to do, what you want to do. You're coming in with your desires, your passion. Like I said, passion project. It can come in as self here when you're coming in with the Moon card. Can also come in as the ego here, guys. Yeah, and the ego was all about what makes positive and negative here. Okay, whatever keeps you stuck in a sense here, guys. All right, and I will talk more to that. Now, you were also coming in with the Devil card. The Devil card is Capricorn. All right, Capricorn rules, Saturn rules Capricorn, and it rules your 10th house here of career-minded here, guys, profession, your work habit, your work ethics here. It can also talk about patterns and habits here as well. Now, that is a powerful combination when you're coming in with those two cards, because what it talks about there in your reading, if this is both you and your person, here what I'm getting here is no longer wanting to be restrained, no longer wanting to stay in a past program here. There's a want to actually come out. There's a want to step outside of the box here in your reading. Yeah, in a way it can come in as, in a big way, I want to step out of the box here. But what it talks about here in your reading is that when I spoke about the 5th house and I spoke about that happiness, that passion here, it's also coming in as drive here, guys. It's also coming in as motivation, what actually propels you to go forward here. Okay, now when you're coming in with the Devil card, once again you're coming in with determination here, guys. But what it talks about there in your reading is that drive, that motivation to actually do things for yourself here. That's what I get with those two cards. It comes in as, I want to think for myself. I want to make my own decisions. In a way, it can kind of talk about a teenager, a young person who is raised in a family. And this is just a scenario here by a mum and dad, loving parents in a sense here. They gave you everything that you needed. All right, guys. But with that came rules here, okay, in a way that giving from both your parents here, that upbringing restricted you, is what it talks about, because it can come in as, well, these are our rules. If you want to get certain things, then you need to do it our way here. And so, but the want to do things for yourself, the want to explore for yourself here, make your own mind up about things, buy your own food, in a sense, pay for your own living here. You want to experience that. See, this is coming in as, in a way here, this is just one scenario here. Here is for coming out, yeah, coming out of that restriction here, that limitation here, guys. Because that's how you see it. That's how your person sees it at this time. I want to come away from that. That's what I get here with these two cards. And I want to work. I want to work for myself. It's coming in that way. All right, when you're coming in with these two cards, because you are also coming in with here in your reading. See, the sun is still in Cancer at this point in time. And so Cancer rules your third house of communication. It's Mercury here, I should say. It's Mercury that actually rules your third house. And Cancer is in your third house. Okay? And so what it's talking about there in your reading with the Sun card, how it's coming in as, well, I want to come out of that now. It talks about here in your reading in terms of your third house here, the communication here, guys, it comes in, well, I've outgrown that now. Here. Now coming in with the Devil card, and I spoke about Saturn here. Saturn is actually in Aries, guys, and that rules your first house here. And so your first house is all about self here in your reading. Yeah. Yeah, of course, there is that impulsive nature. I just want to do it. I just want to take the action. Yeah, it's like I'm packing my bags, I'm gone here. But by doing it that way, in a sense here, guys, leaving because you're restricted, you're limited here, there is that confrontation. There are arguments happening here in your reading, okay, with those two cards, because you're coming in as, I want changes, I want to change, I want to experience here, I want to explore. Okay, right, guys? But the program, the outdated program here, when you come in with Saturn here in your reading, it's coming in as, no, you can't. This is how we've always done things here. And there is that belief here, guys, that ego, like I said, that's both positive and negative here. Okay, anything that keeps you stuck here in your reading, it comes in as your self-worth, your self-belief here, guys, your self-confidence that you can do it, that you can come away from that past program here in your reading. That's what that's talking about here. See, this is both you and your person here. See, there's a want to explore their feelings for you here. There's a want to think for themselves here, to take the action. There is an action that your person is wanting to take, but it can't be on impulse here. And even yourself, it can't be an impulsive action. Well, I better act now. Yeah. Oh, I've got to do it now. And there is that connotation coming out in your reading, because you are also coming in with that happiness here, that drive here, guys, that desire here in your reading. And so there, in a sense here, guys, there isn't that forward thinking, that foresight. Okay, if I take this action, then what? Here, then what's going to happen? That's what it's talking about here in your reading. Hence why it is an impulsive action here, guys. So there is discipline involved here. Yes, self-discipline here as well. Okay, that's what I'm getting with those two cards here. The want to act, but also overlooking that foresight. Okay, you take the action, then what? What are your expectations here? See, it's like I said, I'm packing my bags, I'm gone, all right, and then what? Where are you going? What are you going to do? How are you going to look after yourself here? I'm not saying that's what your person is going through, but it talks about here, what I'm talking about here is that foresight here, guys. So you've packed your bags, you're going to be leaving here, guys, all right, then where are you going? And what are you going to do? It's the same thing when it comes to that impulsive action that both you and your person want to take towards each other here. So where is it going to go? So you want to pull back a little bit here, guys. I'm not saying you can't take the action. It's what kind of action are you going to take here? So it comes in as small steps here, guys. Small but serious steps here. All right, okay, let's keep going here in your reading. Because with these two cards, it's coming in as I want to act, I want to do it, I want to take this action, but there is no foresight involved here, guys. There is no afterthought here. Where is it going? Where is it going to go? Is it going to follow a traditional path, in a sense, coming in with Saturn here? But what does that tradition look like here, guys? And does it really make you happy here? Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. So you're coming in with the Five of Pentacles. You were coming in with the Emperor card. The Emperor card is Aries here, guys. Like I said, rules your first house. This could very well be your person here. This is a go-getter. This person has drive, the motivation here. All right, this person definitely looks after themselves, their body here, guys, their health and their well-being. Got a lot of charisma here. Very attractive, yeah. But they put time and effort into themselves, okay, because we are coming in with obstacles and challenges here, okay. That was the now here in your reading. So this person has built a life for themselves, and that's the type of person the Emperor is. Yeah, they can build an empire, whatever that empire looks like for them. They are a business-minded person. They are an entrepreneur in a sense here, guys. Okay, the Emperor. Now, at this point in time, in Aries, you actually have Neptune. You also have Saturn here. Okay, we spoke about Saturn over here, and you also have Chiron, the wounded healer. Okay. Now, coming in with Neptune, what it talks about there in your reading is, you know, once again, you're coming in as your person wants to know, wants to actually explore here, yeah, their feelings, their emotions that they have for you. Okay, they want to think for themselves, to make their own mind up here. Okay, guys, and they do want to take the correct action here. Now, what's bringing all of this about here in your reading is the Five of Pentacles here. Now, what the Five of Pentacles is talking about here in your reading could definitely be that program here, okay? But it comes in as, here in your reading, the obstacle and the challenge here is that this person is used to being on their own. Here there is a fear, you know, like I spoke about. You pack your bags, you're off here like a young person here in your reading, but you don't know where you're going to go. You haven't planned it here. You're not prepared here. And that's exactly what's happening here with your person, in a sense here. See, when they do challenge here, guys, these restrictions here, these limitations here in your reading, what holds them back? And when you're coming in with the Emperor card, this person does not like to be held back here, okay? They do like that forward momentum. They do like to keep moving here. And what it talks about here in your reading is that for your person, the obstacle and the challenge here is to rebuild here, is to rebuild an empire here, because they have to build it on their own, in a sense here, guys, and build it from the ground up here. But when, like I said, when you come in with the Emperor card, this person can. It also comes in as they want to reinvent themselves here. And they do have that drive and that passion to do that here in your reading. But what it talks about coming in with Saturn, the devil card here, is that they can't do it the same way in which they built it in the past here. So you can't rehash what's already been built in a sense here. I do get your person is well aware of that. They've actually got to come in with something new here. And what I get here for yourself here, guys, you the viewer, all right, it talks about here in your reading wanting to set something up here that both you and your person can build here, some kind of platform here, all right, where together, coming together for both you and your person is going to be about a new business project here, a new passion project here, where you actually utilize both your skills and talents here together to build the business. That's what I'm getting. Some platform, social media platform here. Because what it also talks about here in your reading is that for yourself, that is something that you would love to do with your person, yeah, is to build together here. And definitely if you had a social media platform, is getting your person up on that platform. That's what I get here. But it's not about just showing your person, it's actually about utilizing here your person's skills and talents here to build the platform bigger, in a sense. Alright guys, because now you're coming in with the star card, and the star card talks about here in your reading, you're coming in with Aquarius. Alright, Aquarius actually rules your 11th house of innovation, progress. Here guys, rolling with the times. You're also coming in with technology. Here's social circles, networks, okay? And it's ruled by Uranus here guys. Now Uranus is moving into Gemini if it's not already. And Gemini rules your 3rd house here guys. So there are big changes that are happening there in a sense guys, and it is coming in as communication, it is coming in as technology here guys. It's talking about innovation here. That's the big buzzword for me at this point in time here guys. And so what it talks about there in your reading is exactly what I said here, yeah, is involving your person here, their skills, their talents, like I said, to help build some kind of see, it's the innovation here. It's what you're going to build here, guys. Yeah, this empire, this new beginning. But what I get with the Emperor card coming in, your person is they don't quite know. Here, coming in with the 5 of Pentacles, they don't know that that's what you were wanting to do here. So that it becomes not just about you here, all right? There's room for your person. And what I get here in your reading is that you're making room for your person here. Well done, guys. All right. Obstacles and challenges here. Okay. To actually, I suppose, here in your reading, yeah, it comes in as breaking down those barriers here, guys, in terms of that tradition and religion. The program is, it's not just about, here in your reading, one way in which you can generate income here. Well done, guys. All right, let's keep going here. So we're going to move into the potential outcomes. So you have the 7 of Wands here in your reading. You have Temperance. Temperance is ruled by Sagittarius. It is ruled by Jupiter here, and Jupiter is about expansion here. It's once again you're coming in with dreams here, making your dreams your reality here, growing your business here in a new way, in a different way, because like I spoke about before, it's not about following the program, it's not about following that outdated belief system here. Okay, like I said, in terms of Aquarius, you're coming in with technology, you're coming in here that the world is changing. All right, guys? So you need to change with it here. And because of that, there's room for your person. There's room for you here. Within, amongst that all, here, guys. Okay? Temperance here. All right, now you're coming in with the Tower card here. Now the Tower card is associated to both Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars, all right? And like I said, Aries rules your first house. Mars rules your first house, about self here, okay? And it's also connected to Scorpio here in your reading, and Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, okay? And that's all about transformations here, what needs to be let go of so new things can come into your life here. This is what this is talking about here in your reading. Yeah, the old is going to be let go of here, the old, an old past cycle here, past way of thinking, that's all coming away, because you're talking about a foundation, you're talking about your stability here. Yeah. And coming in with the Seven of Wands and Temperance, what it can be seen as here, guys, here in your reading, it comes in as, well, nothing's going to stop you and your person here to build it. That's what it talks about. Yeah, even though you face adversity, even though you face challenges and obstacles here, because those challenges and obstacles are actually about, here, guys, carving a new path for yourself here. It comes in as leadership in a sense here. There's tests in a way that's coming in here, okay? So that when it does come to how both you and your person build this here, this platform is what I'm getting here, guys, by working together, utilizing both your skills and your talents here and what you were going to build. What it talks about here in your reading is that you're actually going to really, really enjoy and like it here. Building together here. It's like a shock, to be quite honest, when you're coming in with the Tower card here. Yeah. All right. Now you're coming in, your advice card here, guys, is Lovers. You're coming in with Gemini. All right. And so, like I said, Gemini rules your third house here. And we came in with Jupiter being in Gemini. All right. Because Mercury here in your reading. So there's big changes going to come in. You know, the Lovers card can also talk about new relationships. It can talk about past relationships here. Okay, and so what it talks about here in your reading is that for both you and your person, you already have networks here, a network of friends here, your family here in a sense, all right, guys, that you're going to tap into here to build this new platform, because it's coming in as social media here, guys. That's what I'm getting. If you do have a channel here, if you're already quite active on your social media, all right, guys, and you do have some kind of following in a sense like that, all right, guys, this is going to generate more, because it really comes down to what are you putting out there, what is your content, what is your person's content here. Okay, what are they going to put out there? How can it work for the both of yous? All right, coming in with Lovers here. Okay, all right, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your reading. Yeah, I do appreciate, guys, and I will catch you later. Bye.